Good afternoon, and welcome back to the Shire Shed. I am Sonny, and you are watching Sonny the Piper. That's me. I just said that. I know. Shut up. Anyway, today's video is going to be about my top 5 favorite blends for the spring and summertime. This is one I've actually really been anxious and excited to put together and share with you guys because these are some of my most looked forward to blends ever. And I say look forward to because I literally don't smoke them during like the fall, like late fall, and during the winter. Sometimes I'll pull one out uh, on occasion if I'm really, really craving it, having a hankering for it. But overall, I really don't. Now, before I get into that, I want to kind of go over a couple things that's going to be happening in the next few days. First of all, uh, if you're watching this video, this is kind of a bonus video. Usually, and if you're not familiar with the channel and how I do things, usually I'll do, at minimum, I'll do one video every Sunday, new video every Sunday. Lately, I've kind of been feeling froggy. I think it's the change of the weather and things improving. And I mean, it's looking like it's fixing to rain here right now, but that's fine. That's what it does in the springtime. Uh, but lately, I've been doing a bonus video on Saturdays, just getting a wild hair up my ass and doing an extra video. This week is a bit special because I'm actually on PTO the rest of the week. So you're seeing this video. I'm going to try and get another video out tomorrow. And another video on Saturday. And another video on Sunday. Just because. Because I love you guys that much. And I mean, if I'm going to be smoking a pipe, then I might as well make a video, right? So, that's that covered. Now today is going to be a top fives list, as I mentioned, and I'm smoking one of them. Specifically, I'm smoking the number one in this pipe, and I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get to the end of the list, and I'll be counting down number 5 to number 1. Not any real particular order, honestly, but anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about. This has turned into my Virginia pipe. I got this from Bishop's Pipes, Michael Curcio. And I mentioned that in a couple videos ago. And this is a London-made Peterson. I think it's pronounced Capet. I don't know. It's basically like a small billiard / apple. Love this pipe. It has turned into quite the workhorse for Virginias. And as you can imagine, spring and summertime, Virginias are that to me. And I mean, there's all kinds of schools of thought as far as that goes. I happen to believe that due to the nature of Virginias and how light they tend to be in terms of flavor, in terms of intensity, strength, all of the things, I definitely get better flavor out of them when the weather isn't cold. I feel like I get better flavor, and this could be all in my head, but I feel like I definitely get better flavor out of, wintertime blends being like Old Dark Fired and uh, Bold Kentucky. And I did a top 5 list of that as well. And I will put that in one of these. I think it's in this corner. This corner right here. I'll put it up there if you want to go back and watch that. Um, but that's why I really don't touch, really, I can't say any Virginia blends during the wintertime, but I will have like a red Virginia during the wintertime because the red Virginia I don't feel like is as light as, like a golden Virginia, bright Virginia kind of thing. So, anyway, all that's out of the way. Let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to relight this here pipe and we will get to it. And I know I said that this top 5 wouldn't be in any particular order, but it kind of is. You can interchange 3 of them at any given point. Yeah, number 1's hitting the spot. So let's go ahead and do it. Number 5, I have right here. I have them all right here. Number 5, Peterson Flake. Now, this one has actually, I know I've got it as number 5 here, but it used to be my favorite. And it has since kind of gotten bumped, but it's still solidly in the top 5. It's never going to drop any lower than that, I can assure you. Now, Peterson Flake is a funny one because Virginias tend to age very well. And they get sweeter and they get deeper in flavor and all of these things that happen with the aging process. However, I tend to find that Peterson Flake, I like it better when it's fresh. It has more pronounced grassy and hay notes, both in the tin note and the actual flavor. I feel like with some age on it, even so much as a year, I feel like it kind of loses a lot of the notes that made me like it in the first place. So for that reason, and that reason alone, is why it's number 5. That's not to say it's not good, because it's still delicious. It burns great. No bite. I mean, it is as close to perfect as you can get in that style, but because of its loss of, or again, this could be in my head, because of its perceived loss of flavor notes, is why it's number 5. So, number 5. Boom. Number 4. Number 4 might get me some haters due to its position. But I honestly don't find myself flocking to it the way I thought and the way I actually kind of hoped. Again, not to say that it's not good, because it's delicious. Number 4 is Capstone Blue Flake. Also Capstone Blue Ready Rubbed. Both excellent. And unlike something like Bayou Morning Flake, I find that there really isn't a difference between the Capstone Blue Ready Rubbed and Flake. Now, again, my fellow Tolkien fans might drag me for putting that so low on the list, but I stand by it. It has a great subtle citrus note, both on the nose and in the flavor. Um, but I find that it likes to try and bite a little more than some of the others that I have here in this list. And you're going to find also there's something in common with every single one of these. It's actually two things in common. They're all Virginias, and they are all flakes. Seems to be a correlation there, I think. Just throwing it out there. So, Capstone Blue, number 4. Solid number 4. Number 3 might come as a surprise given the current trend. Number 3 isn't one that you can get super easy, but you can get it if you just pay attention a little bit. It's also one that I feel deserves some time in the jar. I've reviewed it once on this channel before. And in that review, I said that it would definitely benefit from at least 6 months. And I was right. 6 months plus has made a world of difference on this tobacco. And this tobacco is Cornell and Diehl small batch Carolina Red Flake. The perfect amount of tang, citrus, a little bit of hay, some grassy notes. And this is the 2022 release. So this was just this last year. I have about that much left of 2021. And then it's gone. Honestly, a good Red Virginia, there's nothing quite like it, really. It's got everything you could want in a morning tobacco, an after breakfast tobacco, a lunch tobacco, an after lunch tobacco, before dinner, after dinner, before bed. You see where this is going? You can pretty much just smoke it all day long. It's smooth, it's nice, it's satisfying. It's everything that you could ask for in a Red Virginia. So, down to the top 2. What do you think they're going to be? I think I know. Well, number 2 is a fan favorite for many people. It's one that didn't really have to grow on me in any way, shape, or form. It's very unique, ages like a champ, and honestly, if I'm not really knowing what to smoke, if I find myself coming in here and I'm like, man, what am I gonna have today? What do I want to have? What pipe do I want to have it in? Like, shit, I don't know, man. All I have to do is look at the label on this one, and I know. Hold on. You ready? Orlik Golden Sliced. Number 2. This stuff has probably 3 years of age on it at least. And I absolutely love it. It's got this, I know it says it's not topped, but it's got this like top note of something I can't place, but I love it. It's like peppery, it's sweet, it's grassy, it's hay, it's and then it has this one note that I can't place. But it's the reason that I reach for it. Because it's so different just in that one little aspect. It's weird. But I love it. Never bites me. It's smooth. It is just delicious. There's not much more can be said, really. And I know a lot of people are going to agree with me on that one. So, what's number 1? Well, number 1, number 1 isn't behaving particularly well this morning. And that probably has a lot to do with the fact that I'm talking and trying to smoke it at the same time. Number 1 is, I would say, the one that ages the best out of all of these. It has this grassy sweetness that I haven't been able to find in other blends. Specifically the sweetness. It's almost like you can pick out the actual sugar note in the tin and in the flavor itself. I absolutely love it, and I do not smoke this one until the first day of spring. As far as the last day that I smoke it, that could be September, that could be October. It all depends on the weather, really, when it comes to that. But I will not even open a jar until the first day of spring on this one. And this one is McBaron HH Pure Virginia. What more can I say about this one? At any given point, I've got either a pound to half a pound, 2 pounds aging, and I love it. I do review videos, and I find it almost indescribable. My whole shtick here is to describe flavors and tastes and assist with people finding the ability to use their palate to pick out flavors. And this one, it's what I've got in my pipe right now. So I'm going to attempt to walk you through this one. Because it is quite complex. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back. So I am on tobaccoreviews.com. and I've pulled up McBaron HH Pure Virginia. And I will read to you now. A blend composed of both air-dried and flue-cured Virginia tobaccos. HH Pure Virginia is 100% Virginia tobaccos from North America and Africa. Both continents have a high reputation for growing the finest Virginia tobaccos in the world. Like all tobaccos in the HH family, this blend has no top flavor and only the absolute necessary casing in order to emphasize the natural tobacco taste. You will experience the natural sweetness and grassy taste from the Virginia tobacco. And apparently there are red Virginias in this. Makes sense. No, I love this blend. However, there are some that would call this middle of the road, and one of those people reviewed this on tobacco reviews here. This is not a middle of the road blend for me. This, especially once it gets some age on it, it's far from middle of the road. So, what do you think? Have you tried any of these blends? And if you have, what did you think of them? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and have some good conversation. Lastly, if this is your first time watching the channel and the content contained within, and you're enjoying it, please consider smashing that like button, liking that smash button, and subscribing. I'd love to add you to the family here in the Shire Shed. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree with my list, what you would add or subtract. I'd love to hear from you. And I really look forward to putting out some more content this week. I hope that it keeps you guys sufficiently entertained, at least for the time being. And I hope that you are staying well out there and enjoying whatever weather is being thrown at you. I don't know what it's going to do here. Looks like it's going to rain, and now it looks like the sun's going to come out. So I have no idea. Ohio's going to do what Ohio's going to do. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you enjoyed my list. And I hope you take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but if you do, don't get caught. I'll see you next time. Later.